The Cosmic Alliance had never been tested more severely than by the Zorblaxians. These beings were merciless, barbaric, wholly devoted to warfare and the obliteration of all that was not their own. The vast constellation of systems, often at odds for ages, found themselves compelled to unite against this menace. Even after enduring years of all-encompassing conflict that shattered the cosmos into chaos, even after the supreme ruler lay defeated upon his ornate seat, some of his cursed kin managed to escape. These survivors embarked on Exodus vessels, venturing into the expansive and uncharted cosmic ring, obliging the Cosmic Coalition to persist in their scour across the desolate expanses of space, to extinguish any budding Zorblaxian realm. Nevertheless, pondered Grand Admiral Thalric, one must be out of their mind to choose such a desolation for refuge. It was no surprise, then, that in 500 years, the Vanguard fleet had only stumbled upon a few Zorblaxian enclaves devoid of indigenous civilizations. Worlds fit for life were so rare in this region that one might only stumble upon one within hundreds of light years. Even if sentient beings had thrived here, the scarcity prevented them from venturing into the cosmos. Clearly, a civilization confined to a single planet stood no chance against the Zorblaxians, who appeared to have dominated every habitable planet encountered thus far. Lost in thought, Grand Admiral Thalric's musings were shattered by an urgent cry from the bridge. "I've detected a signal," the sensor operator exclaimed. Grand Admiral Thalric leaped from his seat. "Communications. Verify with the fleet if they're seeing the same." Sensor operator, gauge the size and count of the enemy fleet. Everyone else, to your stations. I want all ships battle-ready in 10 standard units. He approached the sensor operator. "What's your initial assessment?" "Hard to say from this distance, but it appears we're facing about 20,000 ships, sir." The Admiral's breath hitched, trying to mask his alarm. These couldn't be full-fledged battleships, likely just scout drones with a few command ships and war vessels. It had to be. His own armada, though comprising merely 5,000 ships, was the product of the combined industrial might of 10 planets. The Zorblaxians couldn't possibly muster such a force in a galactic limb. It was unthinkable. "Sir," the communications officer interjected, a hint of bewilderment in his voice, "the hostiles wish to communicate." The Admiral's mind raced. Zorblaxians never sought parley. What could this mean? "Open a channel." "But, sir." "Do it." He was aware of the risks. Establishing communication could expose them to digital warfare. Yet he trusted his security team's competence, despite the potential for unnecessary danger. A figure materialized on the display, taking Thalric aback. The entity was alien to him. Could this be a genetic monstrosity crafted by the Zorblaxians for some perverse purpose? This notion seemed more plausible when it began to communicate in a dialect reminiscent of Zorblaxian formalities. "I regret employing the language of our foes, but it was our only mutual language." Before Thalric could respond, the creature added, "I am Commander Jane Doe of the 33rd Scouting Armada. I extend greetings from all error, term unrecognized." The translation system failed to recognize the last term, and it certainly wasn't Zorblaxian. Thalric took this as a positive sign. Perhaps these humans hailed from a different galaxy, thus the scouting designation. Yet he resolved to disclose minimal information until he knew more. "Salutations, Commander. We are delegates of the Cosmic Unity Coalition." He wouldn't repeat the human's mistake by divulging his mission. He just hoped it wouldn't arouse suspicion. "You're an exploration fleet, correct?" Yes. How did you deduce that?" He was puzzled by Commander Doe's inference, yet saw an opening. "Because your vessels are equipped for combat, but not heavily so." Thalric strove to conceal his astonishment. "Lightly armed?" The exploration fleets were among the mightiest in the cosmos, capable of decimating entire worlds under Zorblaxian control. "I must consult with the civilian advisory. This first contact alters our entire mission's scope." "Take all the time necessary," the human responded, before severing the connection. Thalric exhaled deeply, then summoned the Strategy Council. Moments later, the Strategy Council convened. Grand Admiral Thalric initiated the meeting, adhering to tradition. "As you're all aware, we've encountered an unidentified fleet. They represent a newly identified species called humans. This unexpected discovery demands swift action. Here's what we know thus far. Fortunately, they view the Zorblaxians as adversaries and seem amenable towards us. They even mistook us for non-combatants. Laughter filled the room, except from the chief observer who requested to speak. Our scans have collected multiple images of human vessels. Here's the most detailed one. A hologram flickered to life, freezing Thalric's blood. He was familiar with Zorblaxian ships, monstrous constructs, bristling with armaments, dedicated to total annihilation. Yet compared to the human ship before him, Zorblaxian craft seemed almost benign. Its design was starkly pragmatic, a colossal metal box devoid of aesthetics, without a single window, relying solely on sensors for observation. But it wasn't its appearance that horrified him. It was the armament. The ship bristled with an array of plasma cannons, missile systems, kinetic artillery, lasers, and railguns. Only the launch bays, undoubtedly housing equally formidable fighters, broke the uniformity of its arsenal. Thalric knew he was looking at a war machine of unparalleled efficiency. Yet something felt off. Their armaments, he noted, appeared diminutive. "They are not, Admiral. Observe the scale." Thalric gasped. The ship dwarfed his flagship by more than double. "Is this their command vessel?" "Fear not. This class represents the majority of their fleet, approximately 8,000 units strong." "No." "What do you mean, no?" "Our sensors malfunctioning is improbable, but less so than the existence of such a fleet. It's inconceivable here, in this desolate galactic sector. We'll pause here. I must contact the humans again to clarify this enigma." "Allow me," the chief communicator interjected. "We've just decoded their language. We should manage without relying on Zorblaxian." "One issue remains. They refer to their language as English, not human." Thalric felt a knot of anxiety. Reluctantly, he reopened the channel. "Greetings again, human. Or is English more apt?" "Why would you consider me English?" Commander Doe appeared baffled, taking a moment to grasp the misunderstanding. "The language data. So yes, I speak English, though I'm not English myself. It's complicated. What did your council decide?" "Why this cordiality? Your ships appear far more formidable than even our military ones. We're a nascent civilization. Our resources are finite. Luxuries aren't our priority. As for our friendliness, you're the ones who pursued the Zorblaxians, correct?" "That's accurate. What relevance do the Zorblaxians have?" "Before achieving faster-than-light travel, a small Zorblaxian squadron attacked us. We triumphed, and their technology kick-started our expansion. Scout fleets like mine were deployed to locate the civilization that had so effectively frightened them." "Frightened?" "Indeed, they were utterly petrified. They're so hasty in their settlement efforts that they seldom establish substantial infrastructure." "Is that so?" "Absolutely." "Regarding infrastructure, might you assist us?" "The Zorblaxian technology we've acquired is fragmented, providing little insight into civilian applications. We're particularly interested in your expertise with asteroid mining, spheres, untraded term brains, and, pardon, our translation device seems to be malfunctioning. Could you clarify the last few items?" "With pleasure. Dyson spheres, to us, are constructs enveloping stars to harness their energy entirely. Matryoshka brains are supercomputers powered by such spheres, and terraforming transforms uninhabitable planets into viable homes." "And you accomplish this through asteroid mining?" "Wait, you can do that?" "Our technology must indeed be primitive. No, we typically deplete whole planets for such projects. Asteroid mining primarily supports our shipbuilding efforts. Speaking of which, do you believe our military strength sufficient for the challenges ahead? Our 50 scout fleets might be modest, but the 250 defense and 150 attack fleets are far more formidable." "I believe that should suffice." "That's also what our command believes. They deem further expansion of our naval forces unnecessary, favoring the development of planet ships." "Planet ships?" "Yes, converting planets into fortified megastructures, brimming with as many ships as possible, armed with colossal weapons and warp drives." "Quite ingenious, right?" "Indeed." "We've identified 350 potential candidates. Moreover, these ships will be highly automated. Operating a Sirius-class corvette, which predominates my fleet, requires 30 personnel. With a total population of only 30 billion humans, efficiency is paramount. If we can't optimize usage, our military aspirations will flounder." "Oh, you seem unwell. Is everything all right?" "I need to report to my superiors immediately." Thalric hastily terminated the connection. These humans are extraordinary, harnessing stellar energy, engineering habitable worlds, planet ships. It's no mystery why the Zorblaxians abstained from such ambitious constructions. Send a message to the Prime Minister. We don't stand a chance. Thalric's revelation underscored a pivotal moment, not just for the Cosmic Coalition, but for the very fabric of galactic interaction. The emergence of humans, with their astounding technological prowess and unconventional military strategy, promised to reshape the dynamics of power, diplomacy, and survival in the vast cosmic arena.